Hello everyone, this is Sachin Sawant, your UK immigration lawyer. Today I'm going to talk about returning resident. Uh, what is a returning resident? Visa, leave, whatever you call it. So, if you had indefinite leave to remain in the UK and you went outside the UK for a continuous period of 2 years, you did not return to the UK. You only had indefinite leave to remain. You never applied for British citizenship, naturalization, anything like that. You only went outside the UK on your indefinite leave to remain. ILR, if you that is called as shortly as ILR. If you go outside for continuous period of 2 years, you would lose that ILR. Okay, then you would have to apply for a returning resident as a returning resident to reinstate your ILR. That is the way. But not everyone can do this. You need to have, there are specific requirements. The main reason that I'm trying to cover in this video is in the past, this was a problem. Uh, this returning resident visa was only allowed to be applied from outside the UK. And people would come to the UK, they would not know, they would just be given an entry as a visitor, not as on the ILR. So people they would think that they have ILR, they come to the airport, they enter, they are stamped, or anything happens, or whatever, they pass, they scan their passport at the e-gate. However, they enter, they are granted visitor leave. Okay, and when they go back and over a period of time this happens, or maybe it happens once or twice, but subsequently they come to know that, oh, I was not given entry as a settled person, as an indefinite leave holder, but I was given entry as a visitor. So that becomes a problem, even if they want to apply for naturalization, even if they want to do anything else as a settled person, because they are not considered settled for the purpose, for any purpose rather. So this is very, very important. They were not even allowed to switch. So as soon as you enter as a visitor, people would try to apply for a returning resident. So and even that was not allowed. They were precluded from doing that. But now, yes, this has been changed. You can come to the UK as a visitor, and then from within the UK, you can apply as a returning resident to reinstate. However, you need to meet the requirements which are there. I'll just briefly touch on those. Mainly, you should have strong ties to the UK. You cannot apply if you don't qualify. So, not just anyone cannot apply if you don't qualify under any of these. This is a very discretionary application. Uh, we have done and advised on several of these, and it really depends on the facts of your case. Why were you outside the UK? Was it for pregnancy, medical emergency, someone was sick, uh, for job reasons, for financial reasons, for health reasons, anything and everything? So it is a very personal thing. The main thing to be proved is strong ties to the UK. You and or your family have lived in the UK for most of your life. So let's say you came here, you were in the UK for 10 years, and then you left the UK, and then after 3 years now you're coming back. So that is a reasonable case. There are different examples. I'm just telling you a simple one where most of your life you were, let's say you came at the age of 25 to the UK, you stayed till 35 or say 40, and then after 40, for 3 years you went out, or 2.5 years just over, or something like that. So if most of your life is a very subjective thing, it is not necessarily 50%, it is not 80%, it is not 10%, it is a very case specific thing. So there is no specific definition of what is most of your life in the immigration rules. It really varies from case to case. So what you have to prove is you or your family lived in the UK for most of your life. So your family may have lived here, you may have gone out, or the whole family might have gone off along with you. Doesn't matter. It depends on your individual circumstances. So you should prove that you have strong ties to the UK. Owning a property helps. If you have your property assets, investments, if you have shares, funds, stocks, anything, uh, or children had gone to school for a considerable period of time, they have their formative years have been formed here, etc. So everything can be taken together and a case can be formed. So it's not just one thing, everything has to be merged up together. So financial ties, family ties, social ties, you are a member of a church, temple, anything like that. Every tie, so strong ties in every area of life. Then especially also what you have been contributing to the UK society. If you're a renowned surgeon, some scientist or anything, if you have got some awards, that may help out. So those things will also count here, obviously. Uh, and second part is your current circumstances. So why you want to reinstate your ILR, number one, and why did you live outside the UK? So that was the main thing that I was talking about. What was the reason you were outside? Were you sick? Was someone else ill? Was there any bereavement? Was there any pregnancy, any childbirth, any complication, anything like that? It can be medical, it can be family, it can be emotional, it can be anything and everything, either with you or a connected person, family member, whoever that is. So you were trying to take care of some relative, etc. So anything and everything can be explained, but it is a very case specific thing. This usually happens, I have seen, in matters where individuals have. This is a common practice where an individual comes on a spouse visa, gets IRR, and then leaves, and then they get in this situation. So in this case, all these family ties, etc., do work out. So this is one side. This is about the application. But the main reason I wanted to cover in this application was you can come to the UK as a visitor and then apply for it. But for your, this is a very case specific applications. Success rate is also 50-50. It doesn't have a good success rate, but depending, everyone's case is different. So you may fall in the positive 50 or the negative 50, but definitely seek our advice if for your particular case. If you are considering applying for returning resident, even if you're outside UK, if you want to plan whether you should come as a visitor or apply from outside UK, anything like that, do book a consultation with us. Links will be down below, and take it from there. So we can only advise once we have all the facts of the case, what evidence you have, etc., etc. So, and that's it. That is what I wanted to cover in this video. If you do like this video, do give a thumbs up. Click on the notifications icon. I know there are many people who have stayed outside UK. We do get inquiries on this where people are not sure whether they really qualify. Sometimes people even apply, and there is quite a fees for it. It's not a visitor visa fees. It's slightly expensive, on the expensive side, I would put it, and they lose their fees also. Sometimes they don't qualify. They don't have anything, and they end up losing their fees. Rather, it is much better to apply for a new spouse visa or a partner visa and start the recount again. Sometimes the advice goes that way. Depending on your circumstances, you may just waste your time, money, efforts just filing this application. Sometimes you may not qualify. But yes, do seek our advice, do book a consultation with us for your specific case. Follow us on TikTok as well. We publish videos there. Subscribe here on YouTube. And thank you very much.